Hello, I'm Jessica Hurley, and today I'm joined with Rick Silva, Executive Director and Trust Fund Administrator for UFCW and Employers Trust LLC. Rick oversees 15 ERISA benefit plans serving more than 140,000 members and leads a team of more than 178 professionals across two offices. With a remarkable 45-year career with UFCW, from grocery clerk to senior leadership, Rick brings unmatched experience, deep industry knowledge, and a powerful commitment to modernization of pension and benefit administration. I'm thrilled to have him with us today to share his insights and what's ahead for UFCW. Thanks for joining me today, Rick.
Thanks, Jessica. Our mission is simple: to provide exceptional benefit administration for those we serve, delivering security, accuracy, and member-first experience. Modernization has been a strategic priority for us. We're transforming our technology and processes to meet rising expectations and to ensure long-term sustainability.
Terrific. Well, thanks, Rick. Let's just jump right in. And, you mentioned your commitment to security, accuracy, and a member-first kind of experience. How has UFCW modernized this technology infrastructure to achieve those goals?
Okay, I've got a couple points here. Our cloud migration and platform upgrades, we've transitioned core systems to modern cloud-based platforms, leveraging SaaS and AWS through Velocity Agile implementation, which has significantly improved scalability, security, and resilience in our organization. I would call it integrated data systems. We consolidated fragmented data sources into a unified data environment, giving us real-time access and strong analytics. And then digital member tools. This has been very big for us. We've launched self-service portals for members' self-service, employer self-service, and provider self-service, giving each group secure, convenient access to the information they need. I would say of the three, member self-service has been exceptional and huge in our progress with our open enrollment platform that was created by the Vitech group, the Velocity group.
Terrific. So you've talked about infrastructure, and I'm assuming that a lot of business processes had to change as well along with that infrastructure, perhaps even more. So what kind of business processes have you re-engineered, and why are these changes important?
Okay. Eligibility and claims automation is probably the biggest. It's a signature moment for us in our history. I'll tell you a little bit about that. It takes a couple minutes. April, let's go back to, we started a full integration of all departments in December of 2012. That took 4 years to get everything to get all departments on a single platform. By April 30th, 2016, we were at 0% auto adjudication for claims, and that's automizing the claims was heavily in the industry. Hospitals, Blue Shields, all of the Shields, the Blues, Anthems, those folks they're very high in this particular area, but we were at 0%. We internally, we have a very sophisticated IT team, worked with your folks and your teams, and we put together auto adjudication. In that first month, we went from 0 to 25%. By the end of 2017, so 1 year later, we were at 60%, 65%. Today's dates, I'll give you an example of where we are today with auto adjudication. Our professional claims were at 90%, our institutional claims at 74%, our dental claims at 78%, total auto adjudication for December 3rd, 2025, 87%. We average 85%. What does that mean? I started in the organization as the administrator in August of 2011. We had 43 claims folks. We have today 11. So the sophistication of the system is amazing. And what we've been able to do is redeploy those resources across the organization and give us a project management team of 3, compliance and internal controls team of 5, a communications team of 4. I can go on and on. So deploying those into the organization so that we can serve our membership better was a tactical move that was generated right here. Then I would move on to workflow digitization. We've enabled real-time audit trails, allowing managers to make informed decisions on the fly, reallocating work, recognizing high performers, and addressing issues quickly. I would also talk about imaging and correspondence service. This is another good story. ICS, we were going to go on the outside. We're going to go use a third party to come in and adjunct to the software that you guys provided for us. We chose not to. We chose to go with Velocity or Vitec and their team, and we brought that in and used that system, and that was a very good business decision for us. That helped populate when our member service folks are working with our members. Everything is integrated. So when they bring up, Susie or David, boom, everything is where they go to the doctors. All that comes up through this correspondence service, and it creates workflows, and that's been tremendous for our success. Then I would say member communication, real-time data helps us deliver more timely and targeted communications, especially during critical periods like open enrollment, which we're in right now. We have we worked with Vitec on creating an OE platform, and that's why I mentioned earlier the member self-service piece, which is in real time. I'll talk about it a little bit more during this interview. Pension process enhancements. We've automated pension benefit calculations, reducing errors and accelerating processing so members receive accurate estimates and payments faster. If you take us back to May 1st, 2016, we were completely paper. Now think about that. So we're now, everything is in a flash. People can get their calculations very quickly through their own efforts. We were looking at records back. We've been 67 years in business, so our records were so old. So this whole process or the question that you asked starts with preserving records, making sure that fish film, all of these, you're preserving these records that are so old. We used a vendor at that time called Scantech. We still work with them today, an outstanding vendor. And I bring that person up because Ron, the owner, and they, if it wasn't for them helping us index and get that right, and then that's what we fed into the Vitec system, into the Velocity system, you would not have the synergies that came from us working with folks. And this system, the scalability of the system was instrumental to our success. Let's see what else. Contribution tracking. We've automated dependent premiums, DEP, we call it, invoicing and payment application, laying the groundwork for a broader contribution automation in the future. And what that does is allows contracts to be negotiated, and then they come in through this method, and the automation generates appointment. I mean, things that would take weeks are now in days. It's been tremendous for our organization. So I went on a little bit there, Jessica, but that's what I would say.
No worries. In fact, you've kind of answered a couple of questions that would be my follow-ons, but let me ask it anyways.
Sure.
That's a lot of change in terms of infrastructure and then process. But does change matter unless there's an impact to people? And I guess my question is, how have the members and employer partners benefited from all these changes?
Yeah, good follow-up. Faster service. I mean, processing times for claims and eligibility have dropped dramatically. Weeks have become days. We can say now, I think on our sick leave folks, I told you we had 11, we have like 6 folks. We process sick leave for in our major funds, which is, I mean, unheard of. And it's like a single day. I mean, it's optimized staffing, it's efficiency. The member's the true winner, and I think that is kind of that's what we should be celebrating. Improved accuracy, automation has reduced errors and strengthened trust. I mean, this business, way too many transactions. You got to have accuracy. So their automation, is a game changer for that. Members, employers, and providers all have greater confidence in our administration for sure. And then better self-service experiences, MSS, ESS, and provider self-service give members, employers, the providers streamlined, user-friendly access, and that has been appreciated by the people we do business with. So that's probably what I'd say.
That's terrific. So faster service, improved accuracy, and then better self-service and that user experience has really been the major impacts. That's
Exactly.
terrific. So as you look ahead for UFCW and and what's on kind of the roadmap in the future for you guys,
Mhm.
what's that look like?
Okay. Um, well, I would say enhanced member engagement. I mean, we're talking about exploring personalized digital experiences like chat-based support,
Hmm.
advanced automation. We're continuously improving automation so that we can onboard new funds and plans quickly and seamlessly. We have, like I told you, we have a very sophisticated, tenured IT team led by Adam Fisher, our deputy administrator. Um, they solve problems and they're looking constantly at trying to make things better across the organization, soon to be led by Jason Bergman. And again, those two folks have been with me my entire tenure here. And when you have that kind of stability, it allows, and you bring in these, we call it our think tank, and we're able to advance automation. We're continuously improving automation so we can onboard new funds. That new fund piece, they've already started with some of our big locals. We have two of the biggest locals in the United States in Local 8 and Local 5. And we've been able to, fast track onboarding uh, without going through the paper trails and some of those misgivings. Our AI and predictive analytics, I know velocity with AI is what we chose to do in 2019 when we were completely stable. Most people would never take on advancing technology when you have no juras and you're that stable, but we chose to. And the advancement of member self-service by itself was a motivating factor when we made that decision. And then our cybersecurity and compliance, as we scale security and regulatory compliance, will continue to be our top priorities. I had a meeting this morning before our meeting on that. So yeah, I'd say that.
That's the future does look great for UFCW in terms of that, and looks good for its members and the various folks who interact with your systems. I guess let's finish with the kind of the last question I'd have, which a lot of folks talk about security and how important that is. Certainly for your members, older crowds, things like that. Security has become a big issue. Throughout this transformation, how has UFCW ensured that data privacy and system security are protected or maybe even perhaps improved?
Right. Great question. And I could, I'm going to mention another name here, Z. I can't say his name. He's from Czechoslovakia, but he is one of the brightest folks that I have been fortunate to work with. And he has put in multi-factor authentication. He has been relentless on making sure that we advance like we're supposed to. Again, putting the right people around you and then having those folks that have that kind of expertise has definitely improved us. That's now implemented across our organization, encryption and monitoring. All data is encrypted at transit, at rest, as well as continuous monitoring for anomalies. Again, I told you I had that meeting this morning on this very topic. Compliance frameworks, we adhere to industry standards. We conduct constant regular audits and ensure our governance process meets the highest benchmarks. We have a third-party high-tech audit that we look at internal, external penetrations, et cetera. So that is what I would say is the future.
Terrific. Um, Well, it's been great talking with you today, Rick, um, about your experiences and things like that. And I want to thank you again for joining us. You've shared a lot of thoughtful, kind of your experience with UFCW and the modernization journey. Do you have any additional thoughts before I let you go?
Yeah, let me reinforce UFCW's commitment. I mean, modernization isn't just about technology. It's about delivering better outcomes for those we serve. So, our I actually I'm gonna put it up here. Do a little see. This
Mhm.
is this is our our mission statement, vision statement, core values. Everything that we do runs through those things. If it can't answer that question, if it's not about exceptional service or providing uh, infrastructure innovation, then we don't do it. So if we're driven by that, it gets, it avoids the noise and it makes us focused. And I think I'm very proud of the organization that we built. I'm proud that our membership feels that they are well taken care of. And to me, that's God's work. We do the best that we can, um, but we also understand that to do the best that we can can't just be, you know, altruistic. It has to be, you got to put automation, you've got to be forward thinking. We're excited about what's ahead and proud to be setting the standard for health pension administration in the digital era. There's no question about it. So I thank you. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate that. And thank you so much for your leadership and the work of your entire team. It really shows how modernization isn't just about transforming technology, it's about delivering better service and strengthening trust and improving outcomes for members, employers, and providers that you support every day. So we also want to thank UFCW for the partnership and the collaboration. We've been working together for quite a while, and we're excited to continue working together to see the next phase of innovation that you and your team is leading. And for all of you watching at home, thanks for taking the time to be with us today. Thanks, Rick.
Thank you.